Attention bobsled riders! You will soon be embarking on a thrilling podcast down the icy slopes of the Matterhorn. So please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the bobsled at all times. Auf Wiedersehen!
Hello, yodelers! We are the Matterhorn Yodelers. I'm your host today, Japheth, with
Jackie.
And
Maui.
oh, hey, Maui.
You're
And
welcome.
We have our special guest today. It's
Mark. Jackie's man.
Jackie's man. Jackie's yodeler.
Yeah. Yodel.
So, as Peter has given another hint,
If our title hasn't given it away.
yes,
Or Instagram.
or Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Jackie, where did you go?
Mark and I went to Hawaii.
Oh, so what's in Hawaii?
So in Hawaii, Disney has a resort called Aulani.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more. So that's what we're going to discuss today in this podcast. We're going to discuss, staying at the Aulani.
Yeah.
It always seems so elusive. It's always like,
Totally.
if you're going to go to Hawaii, you don't like the Aulani is like
High
it's
tier.
high
Right.
tier. It's more expensive, but they've got great amenities.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
We're going to go into details about Aulani and our experience there. So Aulani is a Disney Vacation Club resort. And
but you're not part of the Disney Vacation Club.
I'm
No.
not a part of the vacation club, so anyone can book a room there. They've got regular rooms. They also have vacation club rooms, which you can book vacation club rooms.
There's websites that allow you to do that.
And on the main website.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we had one, didn't we? Because
We
it
did
had
have
a
a
microwave, it had a sink, it had
Yeah.
a lot of
You
those
had a
amenities.
sink?
and
No
a
way.
refrigerator.
Yeah.
Well, it had like
So-
an actual sink you wash dishes
I
with.
know,
That's what I
get
meant.
that.
I do my laundry in the sink. That sounds like a great deal.
So when we went, there was a deal,
Yeah.
and because I think it's kind of like the off season before the summer hits.
So it's
Right.
like post spring break and
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. So it was
it
like
made
20% off, right?
Yeah,
Off the room rate.
25.
Ooh.
Yeah.
25%
Ooh.
off.
That's a
So,
pretty deep discount right there.
Yeah.
For
and-
Disney?
yeah.
And so we looked at the prices, and it was pretty comparable to other resorts in the area
Yeah.
and such. And we go, well, let's just pull the string and go for it. And so we,
You didn't pull the finger.
no. And so we booked a deluxe studio garden view room. And basically what that includes is it's just like basically a normal hotel room, but it has a microwave in the room, a refrigerator, and like a counter space and like a little sink.
Did you take advantage of those amenities?
We did.
Yeah.
And now all the standard rooms do have refrigerators, but there's no microwave.
And we say refrigerator, like how big of a refrigerator?
It's a bigger mini
like- it's like
fridge.
It's like a
It's,
bigger mini fridge. It has like 3 shelves in it, and it also has a little freezer
and there's
area.
a freezer.
Yeah.
You can tell this podcast is really exciting. We're talking about the shelving of a refrigerator.
Tell me more.
It has
Now,
adjustable
was
cooling
it
levels.
what color was it?
It was
It was black.
What was its
White on the
what
inside.
was its energy efficiency score?
Are you able to adjust the temperature?
Yes, you can adjust it.
Oh man, fancy.
And also in the room, like they give you like paper plates and like utensils
Plastic cups,
and
yeah.
Oh, nice.
stuff. I think before it was like regular plates and stuff, but I think they changed it because of COVID.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was our room. It was actually the reason why we did deluxe studio was it was the same price as a regular room, so we thought, well, why not?
Might as well go ahead and do it.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, yeah. Go ahead.
when you think garden view, you probably think like parking lot view.
I was thinking like veggie, fruit, or like living at the like you just have tour groups and they're like, look at the 35,000 tomatoes we produce a year.
This isn't living with the land.
And I figured, well, it's Hawaii, so every view is kind of a garden
Yeah.
view. So
You hope.
yeah. Our view was basically the front of the
Yeah.
Aulani, but it was a beautiful mountain.
Yeah.
You always
there's a
think the
beautiful
front is
green
like the
mountain there.
ocean view, but it's
Yeah.
the opposite.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the opposite. It's the back. So we had a beautiful like mountain view. I loved our view.
Yeah, I mean, we could see. I mean, we were in front of the valet parking, but that wasn't like our entire view. We could
Yeah.
see most of the view
Not
was
first
the
floor.
mountain.
We were on a
Yeah.
higher floor. We were
Yeah.
like on the 9th floor.
Ooh.
There's like how many floors? Like 15?
There's like 15
16?
or 16. Like, yeah,
Wow.
It's a huge resort.
Nice.
Yeah.
A lot of rooms.
So is it like Vegas style, huge like resort like?
Kind of,
Okay.
yeah. It's,
Yeah, there's like 4 different like main buildings, right?
Yeah,
and
there's-
then they have like the lobby building in
Yeah.
the center. Yeah,
It's very big. Lots of rooms. So when you go there, like, there's a lot of people that can stay there, so it can get busy.
yeah.
I think
Did it feel busy?
no. I
No, it
don't think
didn't.
it felt busy.
No, because like the amount of pools they have there and the amount of
There's a lot
stuff
of
to
pools.
do,
Yeah.
and plus also the beach, that crowd gets dispersed really easily. And so we didn't really have any lines for anything except for the water slides, and that was like
Wasn't long.
not
5
even
minutes.
a 5-minute wait. Yeah,
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so if some people are like debating Garden View or Ocean View, if you can save a little money, I would go Garden View because you'll see plenty of the ocean out of Hawaii.
yeah. Like basically anywhere you go, you'll probably be able to see the ocean.
Was there a place like where like your floor where you could view the ocean, like but just not in your room, or a place where you could take a
Yeah.
picture
Oh,
of
yeah.
the ocean
there's
that's
a-
not at ground level?
Yeah, I mean, you can go to like different floor levels if you wanted to. It's not like limited by your room key. There are lookout points, mostly to the pool, but if you kind of look sideways, it's like ocean. So like Aulani is kind of like a half dome, and the pool area is in the middle, and then the ocean's out there. So even if you got an ocean view, most of the time you're going to be looking to the side
Yeah.
Okay.
of your room because it's that way, because it's facing in.
Gotcha.
Okay. So it's not. You
So
don't.
it's like a crescent shape.
Yes.
and you're not gonna really get that like on the edge of the ocean like view.
There are those rooms, of course, but there's not as many
Right.
because you're
the
dealing
way
with,
they've stationed
yeah,
or
where they
positioned the
staged it.
buildings.
Yeah. But so I totally think the Garden View was worth it.
It was perfectly fine. And I mean, again, most of the time you're not going to be spending in your room.
Yeah, most of the time you're out and about in
And-
your room.
And plus, it's just like we still saw a beautiful sunrise when we first got there from our room.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
it's just like, I mean, Hawaii is just a beautiful place. It's beautiful and green. And so, like,
I could tell you guys got some color when
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
came back. I was like, oh my goodness.
so
I barely
definitely
recognize
recommend
you.
bringing plenty of sunscreen.
Barely recognize you guys from
Bring
your
a hat.
photos.
Yeah. No, it's so.
The sun hits differently there, that's for
That's
sure.
Yeah, like for some of the times where I didn't wear a hat, I got sunburnt on the top of my head. And I guess just because I have thinner hair up there, I got pretty badly sunburned on the top of my head.
I know how it goes.
Yeah.
I feel your
so,
pain.
so definitely like wear
Join
a
the
hat
old
as
man
much as
club
you
and get a
want,
hat.
as much as you can, yeah.
Yeah. Now, the standard rooms, they don't have microwaves there, but if you go down to the quick service area, there is a community microwave that you
Yeah.
can use.
Do people regularly clean it? Or is it like the one at work where you're like, I hope I don't get a strange disease?
It's probably closer to that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
I
think
never
we
opened
never
it.
used Yeah, because we had our own.
I'm gonna cook my bag of popcorn in this machine that smells like a burrito.
Dad, where'd you get the burrito flavor popcorn? It's a new flavored, son.
Oh my God.
There is that option. So,
Burrito flavored popcorn. My goodness, they think of everything in Hawaii.
okay, so let's talk about amenities.
Yeah,
So what's included? So there's so you're paying for your room, and that includes the resort fee. So there's no like sometimes when you stay at a hotel,
Oh,
there's
yeah, they
those
hit you that
extra
extra.
hidden.
Vegas does that a lot.
yeah.
Stay at a room for $200. Oh, it's $300 here, and then it's $100 a day in parking. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, goodness.
So the resort fee is included in your stay, which is great. And if you are a DVC member, you do get complimentary parking, for self parking. But we weren't DVC. We did rent a car. So
Did you feel like different for not being DVC?
Yes. Oh, I'll get into this.
Yeah, you could tell who's DVC.
Who's DVC?
people,
Who's
yeah.
not?
We'll
Yeah.
get to
They
that.
make you
we'll
wear
get
a
there.
hat.
We will definitely get to that
Yeah.
for sure. So you do have to pay for parking. You can self-park or valet park. It's the same price, so we just did valet parking.
So you guys got a car?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did
Okay.
rent a car.
Oh, valet, you got a tip, right?
Yeah, you can tip.
So we did tip our valet.
Yeah.
Did you do like Home Alone 2 style where you give them gum?
Should've-
Poor Rob Schneider.
Plenty of tip. Okay.
But I mean, honestly, it wasn't that bad. We didn't have to wait longer for them to get our car. In fact,
No.
it was one less thing we had to worry about at the end of the day.
I think
when we got
parking
back.
was like $35 a day, so it was kind of expensive.
It was
It's not-
expensive,
yeah, I
but
can
it
see
gets-
that.
Sounds like Hawaii to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But that's kind of just Hawaii if you're parking anywhere, really.
Yeah.
What island are we in? There's so many islands.
Honolulu?
Well, Honolulu is a city.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Oahu.
Oahu.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, oh wait, I forgot to ask where it is.
I got the same confused.
It's the main island.
I was confused at first.
No,
too.
there's two. There's big and Honolulu's on a different island
Is
from the
it?
big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this isn't the biggest island.
Oh,
the
okay.
biggest island is Maui.
Wow. yeah,
But they
okay.
actually, I think it's. I don't think they have a whole lot of cities. The population isn't as nearly as big there as it is on Oahu.
Yeah.
That's the big.
So-
That's the big one.
That's the big resort one.
That's where everyone
Waikiki
lives.
And is
that's
that where-
Honolulu?
Is that where the airport is too?
Yeah.
That's where the
Yes.
airport
Okay.
is. And yeah, it's the Honolulu airport, but it's on Oahu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as far as amenities, there's the big pool area, which includes a very big lazy river,
Yeah.
a tube slide, like a body slide.
Yeah.
You've got
There's
Body.
a couple. There's a
I
couple
was waiting for
I've
that
got him on the
joke.
body system. Body system. Heavyweights
Body.
reference.
There's a couple of hot tubs.
Yes, there's a lot of different hot tubs that kids can use, and then there's a adult area,
Yeah.
which is like
Clothing optional. No,
clothing required.
it's like two and
I'm wearing my Mickey ears. Is that enough?
it's the adult area is just two small infinity pools that look out to the ocean, but they're hot tub temperature.
Okay, nice.
So they're really nice and pretty
It's
quiet.
secluded and it's quiet.
Yeah.
So while we're at the pool still, you
Yeah.
worked in the resorts at Disney World, and you
Mm-hmm.
probably saw a lot of like the amenities that they had there. What was it compared to like Disney World resorts?
Yeah, so it's a lot different because when you go to Disney World, it's like pretty heavy Disney influence, but this resort, it's more of like Hawaiian resort with a touch of Disney.
Okay,
Yeah.
It's not as like thrown into your face.
you're not seeing
Yeah.
the hidden Mickeys everywhere.
No.
Is it kind of closer to the Polynesian resort?
Closer, yes, but
Because you don't have so much Mickey everywhere. in
yeah. And it's a lot more of the culture there, the Polynesian culture, that's representing at the hotel than Disney itself. Of
Yeah.
course, there are characters there that
Yeah.
roam around. They kind of like are off to the side, so like if you really want to meet the characters, you have to like go out and find them, and the
Yeah.
character schedule changes every day.
that. Okay. Did
So-
you guys meet any characters?
We walked by them.
So which characters did you see? You see Don Kennard? He's wearing a Hawaiian lei.
Oh my gosh.
Don Kennard! He's everywhere!
We saw
Um,
Mickey and Goofy, of course.
Yep, we saw Chip and Dale, we saw Donald, Stitch.
Yeah, we saw Stitch and we saw Stitch's girlfriend.
Yes.
Oh, what's her name?
She's pink, right?
Yeah, she's pink.
Oh, I forget her name.
Yeah.
Because she's 6'2", I know that's her number.
Yeah.
That's really tall. 6'2".
No. Because Stitch is 6'6", Experiment 6'6".
Yeah.
She's Experiment 6'4", I believe.
Uh,
From what I remember from the TV show.
Oh, and there's also Max.
Oh yeah, Max is there.
Yeah.
From
Goofy's son.
Yeah,
And Minnie's. I mean,
and then of course there are Duffy's and his friends that are there. We didn't personally see them. I don't think
No.
they
Duffy
were-
has friends. Like,
Oh, yes.
I missed
Yeah.
that.
Oh, it's a
it's
big
it's
thing.
gotten-
I remember just Duffy, and then there
No,
was
it's more.
his girlfriend,
Shelly May.
Shelly May.
Oh,
And then they
now
got
it's-
Ulu, which is the turtle, and then they have another one.
There's like 5 of them.
There's like a
now.
Whoa.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 5 others.
I remember
Yeah.
I bought a Shelly May, and it cost $200 back in like 15 years ago, when I had it ordered from Japan.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So with Aulani, you get a lot of Japanese tourists too.
Oh, I
There.
believe it. Yeah.
So a lot of the signs are in English and in Japanese.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So like the Duffy's friends, kind of is big there at Aulani. You can buy all that like little merchandise there too.
Did you get some more clothes for Duffy? Because I bought
They
a bunch
don't-
of Duffy
They don't
clothes.
sell
and
the
then-
clothes.
They don't sell the clothes because when it first came out of Disney World, I had a Duffy bear, and we dressed it up, me and my
Yeah.
my girlfriend at the time, and so yeah, we had a bunch of those. And then when I broke up, I was like, well, here you go, like.
Yeah, so they don't. I don't think they sell Duffy clothes anymore. It's just like plain Duffys, and then they have the miniature ones that are pre-clothed.
Okay.
We did get a miniature Shelly May, to go with our Captain Duffy.
Captain Duffy.
Yeah, from the cruise.
Yeah.
How
so,
fun.
Yeah.
Captain Duffy's.
Do you guys
got a-
put them in the bed right next to each other? Like, make the bed and put them in the center.
Oh, we got Shelly May like on the last day. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. So there's lots of pools. So if it's busy in one pool, you can easily go to another pool. There's a little splash pad.
Yeah, and then there's like an actual like kids pool, and then they have like a bigger.
Oh
like,
yeah, they have
family
like a
pool.
kid like jungle gym splash pad
Oh,
thing
yeah.
that you would typically see at like an amusement park or a water park. So that looked really cool. We didn't go on it because we're 2 grown adults.
adults.
Yeah. Oh, and then even if all the pools are full, you still have the beach, which is just like right there too.
Yeah, the beaches.
It's right off of the resort.
Did you participate at the beach? Did you
We
go
did.
there? And
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went to the beach. So one of the things you can do is part of your
What's included in your stay?
yeah
is you can get like borrow like a boogie board.
for free.
Nice. Did you guys do that?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
that.
we did that.
Boogie.
And there's plenty of other things that you could rent there too. You could go on like a boat ride. You can go.
Yeah, and these are extra things, of course, that you have to
Yeah.
pay for. Is like if you want to go out on like a little the same
Excursion.
yeah, it's like an excursion. It's like the same boat that you would see in Moana. And then you can rent paddle boards and different type of stuff like that.
So are you guys beach people or are you guys pool people?
Probably
pool
pool.
people.
Pool
Yeah.
people.
I think we got burnt the most at the beach.
That yeah.
Yeah, when I lived in a tropical island, it's different. You get burnt, like you get burned quicker, and like that's the only time I've ever blistered. And like I've lived in hot climates, Florida, Arizona, and it's just like I don't get burned like I did when I was at the beach in like Okinawa. That
Yeah.
was totally different. Was the water warm in the ocean?
The water was
It was-
it was
Like it was a
Yeah.
surprise because we're really just like Pacific water, whereas you're getting that cold water from Alaska.
no, the water was perfect temperature, I would say. The pool water was great too. I feel
Was
like
there a kid next to you going,
I was that kid. Just kidding.
That was me.
it
ooh,
would be-
there's jets of
it
warm
would be
water.
funny
Yeah.
because you would be in the ocean or in the pool and there's like it's suddenly warm. I'm a little concerned.
You just see Mark look
Just
the
a little
opposite way.
Just a little fish came by, you know?
Just keep
Fish
swimming,
peeing
just keep
you.
swimming.
All day.
Yeah, so the beach was really great. The beach wasn't very crowded. Now this beach is not a private beach. I don't think in Hawaii there are private beaches. I think they're all public.
But this resort's away from like the
It
main
is.
strip of them.
It is. You have to kind of travel out of your way to get here.
How
So
far
then-
was it from like picking up you got your rental car probably at the airport. How long
Yes.
did it take to get to the resort?
It's like 45 minutes.
That's
Yeah.
a good amount of time.
It's like half hour, 45 minutes, just depending on
But that
traffic.
was just kind of typical for Hawaii. It's like for any
traffic's
travel.
pretty tough. Like
Well, like everywhere
wasn't
that
for
we
you?
went
It
outside
wasn't
of the
tough.
resort.
The traffic
Yeah.
wasn't bad. It was just you drive slower there.
The highest speed limit that we saw there was 60.
yeah,
Most of the highways were like 45 or 50.
it was like that in Okinawa.
Yeah.
Much slower like pace and like how you drive.
Yeah.
So
But at the same time, it's just like anywhere we went, we didn't travel more than an hour or two from
Yeah.
where we were. And we basically traveled all around the entire island.
Okay, so so what other items did you guys do at the Aulani?
yeah. So
We'll get to like
Oh yeah,
outside.
We'll talk about outside.
But I want to
Right.
hit them on I want to finish up what we're doing here
Oh
at the
yeah,
Aulani.
for sure. So one of the cool things is they have a pool there, and it's filled with fishies. It's the coral reef, and you can pay to go scuba diving with the fishies, and it's like kind of a controlled environment.
Well, it's snorkeling.
Oh, what did I say?
You said
You
Scuba?
should scuba diving. You put on tanks. And you have to,
No,
It's
it's
not that intense.
and that's where you like chase Topanga with a sigh.
no. I'm sorry,
It was-
snorkeling. Not scuba.
Marga's all looking at you like, it's snorkeling here.
I think if we did scuba diving, it would be much more intense. But
Yeah,
this
I
is
don't
just-
think I would do it.
it's a much colder
Yes.
pool. But there's so many fish in there, and they're so friendly, and they'll actually like come up to you.
Yes.
So that was cool. Was it part of your package that you got, or did
No.
you pay extra
You have to
for
pay,
it?
so you can. It's not that expensive. It's $25 for all day between
great.
and it's only for a limited hour, so it's from 10 to 3.
That's not bad still for an experience. $25.
Yeah, and then you can pay for the whole trip, which is like 45.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like your whole stay, it's like
yeah,
anytime it's open or
Yeah.
available, you can go.
you can
Yeah.
go.
That's not bad for the freedom of like
Yeah,
schedule.
Yeah.
and it's really it wasn't bad. We went like first thing when it opened. It wasn't that crowded.
Mhm.
I struggled with it. It was my first time snorkeling.
It is
Yeah.
different.
I totally did have like a little panic attack at the beginning.
The breathing and the
yeah,
nose, you
getting
can't- you
used to
don't
the
have nose.
breathing
Yeah.
and like
Water getting in
breathing
there.
underwater was
Yeah.
like a whole new thing to me. I was like, whoa, this is weird.
Well, the cast were super helpful and understanding.
The cast members were so nice and patient with me.
And then they make fun of you when they go to their break room.
Yep.
no.
Did you meet that Jackie girl?
She totally freaked out. She hit me in the face.
Okay, I had a little panic attack. It was not aggressive. Okay,
Well,
Started swearing at me.
most people probably couldn't even tell I was.
It was blah, 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 blah. Hey, can you censor that?
but they did get her like a new like life
A different
vest,
life vest that was
and
easier for
it was
me to
much
move
easier.
around.
Just like-
yeah,
It's
Forcing
like
you in
your
awkward
kid
position.
ones instead of like the neck ones.
Yeah.
that go
It is
around.
kind of weird, the neck like flotation.
The
device.
neck ones because like it was weird because it was like on my throat and I was like, this feels so weird.
It's supposed to be that way. Don't worry.
But once I got the hang of it, it was a lot of fun.
it was a lot of fun.
You can be in there all day if you like through the whole time
Yeah.
if you wanted to. I recommend just doing it for one day. I think you get your kind of fix. I mean, it's not like a huge like pool
Yeah.
to go around. So you go around like a few times and you're like, okay, I got my feel. Like I've seen all the fishies
And I mean, you can also even sign up. It is at additional cost to feed the fishes.
yes.
Feed
So they
the
give you food and you
fish.
feed the fishies.
Oh, nice.
That does
Do I need
that,
coffins?
that does fill up really quick feeding
Yeah.
the fish. So you want to go to the station early to sign up.
Yeah, if you want to feed the fish, if you just want to just swim in the fish, then there's like you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a mobster reference. Oh, we're gonna swim with the fish, huh?
You gotta put the fish in.
They give you some cement shoes and then they throw you in. So we did that. Is there anything else like activity wise before we
Yeah.
get into like food or
Yeah, yeah.
souvenir shops?
So there are activities outside. So there's like a kid center thing where you can drop your kid off. Just like a cruise
Occupy
ship.
them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they do like activities and stuff. I don't really know a whole lot about it because we don't have kids, and so. But I think you have to
yeah.
sign
You
up
didn't
for it
inquire?
when you.
Jackie, this was your job to come back and report on what this resort
I guess
is
you're
like.
just gonna have to go back
From
and
my
go.
previous research, I think when you get there, you have to like sign them up, and you get like a wristband and stuff like that. It's Auntie's house, and you can do like different activities and stuff. They also have like animation classes that you can sign up for. They have a lot of like kid activities, stargazing activities for the kids, lots of activities for kids.
That's good.
Yeah.
Very family oriented.
It's
Yeah.
very family. We did a storytelling at night. It was like a fire pit storytelling where you have uncle come out and he tells you a story, usually a Hawaiian
Ghost
story.
Yeah.
And he told us the story of Maui,
Right.
story of Maui. And
One of the stories. Yeah.
Was it fun?
it was amazing.
He was an amazing storyteller. Like, I mean, this was probably meant for kids, but I was enraptured with like how well
I
he
can
was
see
telling
Mark
it.
in the front row.
We were
all
in
the
the
kids
front.
We were
surrounding
in the
him,
front
and
row.
they were like, "What did he do next, Uncle?"
Honestly, it's a must do for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Awesome.
it was so good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. There's always live music around
Mhm.
around the restaurants and stuff, so it's nice to hear that. We also watched the pool party with Mickey's friends.
Yeah.
It's like a show.
Yeah, it's like a show.
Yeah.
Um,
One of the cool things about that is that they actually got the kids to come up and they played games and stuff.
Play
with them.
games, teach you a dance.
Yeah.
Who was in it? Mickey was in it. Goofy was in it.
I think Max was there. Maybe.
I don't think Max was there.
Maybe I don't remember.
but
I think they change it up every once in a while.
yeah. So different characters. So it's a great thing because you can be in the pool with the kids or with whoever you're with and see all the characters without waiting in a line.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's fun.
It was a lot of fun.
If I was an adult that didn't have kids, I probably wouldn't say that. But now that I have a kid, I'm like, that's a cool experience.
Right?
I mean, for us, it was fun. We didn't watch the whole thing. We're like, let's dip out and go to the adult area.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
yeah, it was a little crowded there for that, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's really fun.
That's when
for
you hit the
kids.
slides, right?
Yeah,
And all the kids are distracted.
Oh yeah, it's like parade. And I was like, oh no, show dump. All right, we
Show
gotta
dump.
hurry up and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
the lazy river there is amazing. Best lazy river.
It better than like Typhoon Lagoon
Yeah.
or Blizzard Beach.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say it's the best lazy river I've been in.
What made it better?
I don't know.
Was it the duration?
Yeah, it was a long lazy river. It's covered in greenery and
Is there any kind of
such.
theming Disney, or is it just pure like
So
Hawaiian
it's purely
animatronics
like,
popping out?
it's all Hawaiian. There in the rocks there are animals. It's like sea animals carved in it. So it's fun to like go down the river and try to find all the sea life animals.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, there's an octopus, or
There's
oh,
a
there's a
whale."
shark,
Yeah.
and there's a giant crab.
Oh
and-
no, it's a squid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just kind of fun. We did that a lot. We did the
We
lazy
did
river.
the lazy
a lot.
river a lot.
And
Well, and also like
you could
the-
do single tubes
Yeah.
or double tubes or without tubes.
Yeah, and you could even tube down one of the slides and it goes directly into the lazy river.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to get off the tube after you get on the slide.
Yeah. Unless you
Fun.
fall off.
Which I fell off a lot.
So Mark and I went down the slide together once, and I was in the front, he was on the back, and we totally flipped, and he was like right on top of me underwater.
You're suffocating me.
I was just like, get to water, get to air. Just trying to. So that was scary, and I was like, I'm never going down the slide with him again.
How dare you?
Mark's hurt.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, so, and then we would catch like random like Hawaiian dancers in the lobby
Yeah.
just doing like a little dance and
Yeah.
stuff. So there's like performers all over.
Kind of like
the
when I was
place.
in Scotland, they're just random bagpipers, just like pedaling for money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's better than the Moana dance from the Magic Happens parade.
Yes.
I don't know.
There's a lot of backlash of this. Is like there's Moana and the
Disneyland Magic Happens parade.
people are criticizing the choreograph for Moana,
Yeah, she's like basically making a mockery of
a culture.
a culture, the way she's dancing. So
I think they changed
they
it.
changed it because they're like, we gotta fix this.
So somebody who's not culturally sensitive or culturally aware.
They
Yeah.
probably
Made up
got
some
somebody.
dance.
They probably got somebody who's from that culture to be like, no, these are your hand motions. Like this is why you're doing
It tells a
this.
story.
But it, like
and-
she was like doing like disco moves.
Yeah, it was a little choppy, like yeah.
Okay. So is there any other kind of fun amenities there? Like,
So we did do the spa.
Oh yeah.
So there's a spa that you can do. There are like there's also like a kids like bibbidi boppity boutique there too.
Yeah.
princesses?
Yeah, you can. There's princesses and
Yeah.
other things to get like your hair done and stuff for the kids.
We didn't do that one.
I tried to convince Mark, but he didn't want to be like a princess. So
It's like I'm a prince, not a princess.
I think you could dress up as a prince too.
Yeah,
I think they
whatever.
do. Princess.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they
princess.
do. They do. It's a joke.
I know they used to do pirates. Like they would. If
Yeah,
At
like-
Disney World.
I was training at Tiki Room with someone who was learning how to do the pirate makeup, and the guy who was training doing the pirates, he's all talking about his like size 14 wide shoes that he performs with when he like worked for some like a hamburger Mary's drag queen kind of thing. So it was like, this is a very interesting training session I'm having here. Him talking about his hot pink, high heels, and you're like, well, he looks like a pirate to me. But yeah, it's fun working at Disney. You just meet all sorts of fun people there.
Yeah. So we did do the spa. We and they have different amenities there. Of course, you have to purchase a spa service to use the amenities at the spa. So they have like a separate like outdoor area where they have a couple of little pools like
Yeah.
of just to sit and relax in, and hot tubs. They have a cold plunge and then a really hot tub.
Yeah, they're all like of different temperatures and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
and then they have like different shower heads.
Obviously, they're
Yeah.
labeled, right? So it's not like I'm getting the hot tub. Ooh!
Actually, they're not.
they're not labeled.
You stick the finger in.
They do like give you a tour.
They give you a tour and tell you which are the hot ones and which one's the cold bath.
one.
We both tried to
We
do the
stuck
cold
our
bath.
feet in. We're like,
And it's
nope,
like, nope.
They-
Showers are really nice.
Yeah,
though.
they have different like shower heads for like water kind of.
Did it spoil you
relaxation.
to where you came home and you took a shower? You're like, well, this sucks now.
Yes, yes.
Jackie was like, no. Mark's like, yeah.
We're just like,
yes,
we
it
need a
was."
remodel.
But within the locker rooms, they had a sauna and as well as a steam room.
Yeah.
And so we took I know I took advantage of that. They have them in, like the men and women's side, and so
Yeah.
they each have their own side for it, as well as showers.
Yeah,
within
they
there.
have fancy showers in them.
And they have like all the different you can get like some cologne, some deodorant, sunscreen and stuff that they have.
What
provided
Disney
there.
characters on the deodorant?
That-
Clarabelle
There's
deodorant.
no hint of Disney in the
There's
spa.
no hint, not in the spa. There's
Not
no hint.
even in the gift shop. I don't think
Yeah.
there was. So.
No.
Since you mentioned up the gift shop, what's in the gift shop?
Yeah.
Is there a Disney store there?
So there are basically 3 gift shops.
Yeah, if you don't count
For-
the spa one.
Yeah. So there are 3 gift shops. There's one by the pool, which just basically has like swim trunks, swimsuits if you need like stuff like
Sunglasses.
sunglasses.
Do they sell the donuts that they sell at like Typhoon Lagoon?
No.
Oh, those were the best.
Yeah, no, they don't have those donuts. And then there's 2 gift shops like on the same level as the lobby.
Mhm.
There's one with like all of your like typical like, and they're kind of small.
Yeah, they're pretty.
They're
Is
small.
it
not-
like the typical resort?
Yeah, it's typical
um,
resort size gift
okay.
shops. So they're not very big. So there's like your kind of standard one, and then there's the fancy one, that
The
has
fun sewer.
Yeah.
Mark
Yes.
put on his monocle.
What did what did
I
one
say these are fine shirts from the Orient.
what did one poor person say to the other poor person?
Okay.
I just got the sign of the Three Muppets. Yeah, so in the main gift shop, I would say that's where you could get your like Aulani merch. They also have like some like regular Disney merch.
Yeah.
Were you impressed with it?
No,
Were you disappointed? Like,
a little. I was
You
a little
expected a little bit more?
disappointed.
There was like one shirt that I had to have, and it had Donald on in there, but they were out of stock, and so
were you able to order it?
no. So like we actually talked to some of the cast members. They said check back every day, because we get new stock in like every day basically.
Yeah, and so that's one of the things the cast members told us. They're like, if you see something like, just buy it because it's not going to be there long.
Right.
I
So
think
the
it's strategic
merchant-
of them doing that because
Yeah.
they'll be like, "Oh, it's not here. Check back every day," because then you're gonna be more likely to buy something because you're in
That's
the actual
To-
store.
it totally happened.
Yeah, because we went back at least like the next couple of days, and it wasn't there until like the second to last day
Yeah.
that we were there. And so yeah, of course I bought it up right away.
Yeah, so like the merchandise does move quick in there.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of the merchandise, so like they said,
It's not a very big shop.
No.
No.
And in the shop they also have like food items too. Like freezer ice cream, you can
Mhm.
buy ice Mickey bar.
Yeah.
Yum.
Frozen burritos and popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sort of thing.
I thought they came together.
there's pizza, frozen pizzas, because some rooms have ovens in them
Oh
and
my
stuff
goodness.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm in Hawaii. I'm eating a frozen DiGiorno.
Hawaiian.
They just call it pizza there.
Yeah, so I mean, there are some good things in the gift shops, in the main gift shop, but I kind of wish they kind of step it up a little bit.
Right.
There was, since it's
Hear that, Bob? Step it up.
um
He's like, sorry, I'm just so busy
They
firing
had-
people.
they have one type of merchandise for the 100 years, and it was just like the mini purple shirt. That was it. That was the
Yeah.
only thing they had.
Wow.
No pens or anything. It was just like, that's
They
it.
must have learned that it just doesn't sell there.
Yeah.
People want
And it
that
was
Hawaiian
weird
experience.
because they had a clearance section too.
What was in the clearance section?
Oh, it
Had,
was
had some Christmas stuff still there.
some Christmas stuff. Yeah, it was just weird to be like, you never see clearance at
Right.
Disney. Like, but
That's what eBay's for.
but it makes sense because it's Hawaii, so it's probably more expensive to like ship it back. And
Yeah.
Did they do magic bands there?
Yeah. They
there's
had magic
like
bands.
you
They
can
do the
choose
magic
like
bands,
4
okay.
magic bands if you wanted to. Like
Okay.
they have 4 options, and you can link it to your room to access it and
Okay.
stuff, and put
So
your
if you-
card on it.
So if you purchase your Magic Band Plus, it'll work.
Yes.
At
Did you
Aulani.
bring magic bands?
We
No.
we
They
don't have
you never
them.
had
I'm the
We
only one that
we don't
has
have them.
Oh,
I thought
Get your
about-
monocle out.
yeah, who's got the monocle now?
I there was a small part of me thinking about getting it there, but then I was like, there's only like 4 options, and if I'm gonna get it, I want to know all the options.
Sure.
So, and it wasn't something that like you needed to make your life easier.
Okay.
Um,
Let's talk about food. Like, did you guys eat on
Oh my-
property?
yeah. I
A
mean,
You guys are
lot.
foodies, so like, you guys, that was a huge thing for you guys on the cruise. What was it like eating at the restaurants there at the Aulani?
I think it's the best food I've ever had on Disney.
Whoa, because
Best
you guys
food on
love the
Disney
cruise.
properties.
It's better than the cruise.
Wow.
So number one, the portion sizes
Are
are a
bigger.
lot more.
Is it like clam jumpers?
No, it's a little less.
A little
but-
less.
And then
But you can easily just share a meal with 2 people.
right, and that's something that we
Do they give you the
learned.
stink eye with it when they serve it to
No,
you?
they don't care.
Yeah. So like we ate like it was like our first or second day for lunch. We ate it off the hook, and we got appetizer and 2 entrees.
It was
And
so
that
much
was
food.
Way too much food for the 2 of us. We ordered like these spare ribs, and they were like huge. I mean, I know you can't see it, but like that big.
Mark is showing how big it is. It's bigger than a
about
normal spare rib.
inch and a half thick. Is that what you were
Yeah.
showing? Inch
Yeah.
and a half thick.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. And I got like a crab cake BLT,
Ooh.
and then like
I got like a flatbread pizza. They have a lot of flatbread pizzas.
Yeah.
It's
there.
like the safest thing that
Yeah.
people.
but
But it was really good.
But again, if you don't finish it all, you can take that back to your hotel room and have it for later. And
You
so
got a microwave.
Did you
got
get
microwave.
flatbread pizza?
I got the flatbread pizza.
What's it compared to Barrow's pizza?
Way better.
Barrow's pizza is way better.
No.
There we go. You heard it. Jackie says it's way better. Barrow's pizza.
Don't go to Hawaii. Just go to Barro's.
Just go to Barrow's.
we did do the what was the
The quick service?
We did the quick service.
Yes. So we did
Do
quick
they have pulled pork nachos?
No.
No.
I know, right?
They had
you
a pulled
would
pork
think.
sandwich though. That was amazing.
Oh, yeah. And then they have poke bowls.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
can kind of custom your own poke bowl
Yeah.
if you want. It was so good. It was
How good was the Pikachu?
You said Pokeball. And I was like, sounds like Pokeball.
you can also get Dole Whips there.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna be a given. Like,
Yeah.
I think I saw people buy like popcorn buckets and you can
was it a
refill
Figment one?
We did not partake in the popcorn buckets, but yeah.
Because you had the burrito like popcorn earlier. Why would you need it in the bucket?
Normally with the popcorn buckets, they do offer like dollar refills.
Yeah, it's
Is that
usually
what
like
it
a
is?
$1 refill and stuff.
Oh man,
Um,
Father Yoda would be in heaven right there.
My wife is all over that. Every
She's a big
time.
popcorn fan.
Oh,
yeah, it's like the same thing with the cruise. They have that on the cruise. But they have refillable mugs there.
yeah.
Typical like
for
at the Disney
drinks,
resorts.
Like at Disney Resort. We did get it just because we were going to be there for like 5 days.
Yeah.
And it's just totally worth it.
Yeah.
Because,
yeah.
$20
absolutely.
each, right?
you know, like a bottle of soda is like $5. And it was only like $22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's unlimited. There's no sensor on it either. So honestly, you probably could bring it back next time and they're not going to like...
Oh, there's not even a sensor.
There's
on
no
it?
sensor on it.
Do they do that at the resorts?
They do
Yeah,
it at
they
the
do.
resorts.
And Disney parks. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no sensor on the Aulani ones.
Good to know.
You heard it from Jackie.
And there's really no cast members really monitoring it. I don't think they care.
They don't.
But yeah, just basically have unlimited soda, and so that was really nice.
Sodas,
Well, that soda costs them
Powerade.
like I think like a nickel
Yeah.
to dispense.
Yeah, they've got like, and it's like the fancy like Coca-Cola ones where you can do different flavors and stuff on it.
Ooh.
So there's a lot of
too.
experimentation.
just-
we
So what
did.
was your
Yeah.
go-to drink? We'll go through Jackie.
Root beer,
Root beer.
vanilla, or
Vanilla.
Powerade.
Powerade. All right, Mark, what did you
Dr.
get?
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. Any extra flavors
I
with
usually
it?
do vanilla and cherry.
Vanilla
Yeah.
cherry.
Yeah.
Okay. I always I'm more of a squirt with cherry. Maybe orange sometimes. That's my go-to with it.
I did try like a cream soda, a peach cream soda, and it was terrible. So I don't recommend that
It was
one.
fun to try different like things.
Yeah.
You're like,
for
oh, that's
sure.
horrible. You just
Yeah.
pour it down.
Yeah.
You treated it like it was the Epcot like
Totally
soda
was.
thing. The floors just weren't as sticky. Where you're like, oh, this is
No,
disgusting.
the floors were sticky.
were
Don't get me wrong.
Because
They were
Mark
sticky.
poured it directly on the floor.
So one of the things I didn't notice until like the end of our trip there is that there's more than one location with those soda
To
dispenser.
refill.
There's one by the gift shop by the
By the
pools,
pool.
and then there's another one that's like over by the
By-
convention center, I think.
Yeah.
And so usually it's really busy by the quick service, and so I recommend going to like either the gift shop
Yeah.
up by the pool or the other one by the convention center, and they usually will have like their flavors filled up. The ones that are over by the quick service, they run out of their flavors really quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Where you're left with like cream soda ginger ale, and you're like, this is weird.
Yeah.
My stomach doesn't hurt, but it just didn't taste good.
Yeah.
All right. So is there anything like before we discuss kind of like what kind of things you did outside?
Oh, yeah, there's some other food stuff. So we did do a character breakfast.
Yeah.
Was it typical like kind of character breakfast? Anything unique about it?
They were a lot more
So
efficient about
it's
it.
not like a buffet.
Yeah.
You order from a menu. It's 3 course, meaning you get a bowl of pastries, fruit, and then a choice of an entree.
Yeah.
I have like macadamia nut, pancakes.
Ooh.
Best pancakes ever.
Ooh,
That sounds good.
They were
I was like,
So
"Ooh,
good.
that's
You get
tasty."
like 3 pancakes plus like a side of meat of your choice. I couldn't finish it. I took it for leftovers. I had breakfast for the next day.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a loco moco, which is like fried rice with a hamburger patty on top with gravy.
This was for breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had
Interesting.
sunny side up eggs on top. That made the breakfast.
Oh, that made breakfast.
But
okay.
it was
Sunny
the bomb. Like,
Yeah. That's
That
and the
sounds good.
orator was saying, it's like, that's what like a Hawaiian breakfast is like.
Yeah. He recommended Tabasco sauce, so I put some on after I tried a little bit, and I was like, okay, yeah, this puts it over the top.
Oh.
Right
Got a little
here.
spicy to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you first go in there, you go in line to meet Mickey, because Mickey doesn't come to the table. Because rats.
You go to Mickey. He's like sitting on a throne. It's like Santa Claus. Next.
You come to me.
His kids are going, ah!
This is my kingdom.
It's Ratigan.
Oh my gosh.
But Pluto comes to your table.
Matt.
Goofy's there. You have the option to meet Goofy. He's working cooking. So
Yeah.
he's
He's at his
he's
cook
cooking
getup, yeah.
and he's got his
Poor guy in
ingredients.
the suit. He's like, it's hot in here.
And then Max will come around to your table because he's cleaning up the table.
Jeez, Max got a lot of scene here. Like,
He's working with his dad, and then and Pluto. So
Yeah, it
those
was
are the
Pluto
characters.
and Max that were
Yeah.
going around, but Goofy and Mickey were ones you had to get in line for.
And then there's the photo pass people. I loved this. They would come around like they
did
would.
you guys do a photo pass?
So like it's not like your typical park photo pass where you can like pay, like you have to pay per photo. And they're like, "Oh, here's a photo that you can buy digitally or get a print."
Oh, it's like when you go to those dinner cruises.
Yeah.
That's
it's
what it sounds
totally like that.
Because they don't have like their own app, right? Like the Disneyland or Walt Disney World.
they have it in
There's-
a lot of
They have an
There
app,
is an Aulani app,
but you can
Okay.
access the photo
On the app.
pass on the app. And that's another thing. The app is terrible, but
Fix it, Disney.
What? Disney's apps are not
Um,
good? What? Never heard that before.
but they're like, "Oh, you can buy the digital copy for $35." And I'm like, "What? Nope." But you can, they'll take pictures on your phone.
Yeah.
So just do that. Though you'll have to ask the PhotoPass people. Some PhotoPass people won't do it. We had one photographer that's like, "No, I can't do it." But the others were like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Yeah. Like literally the ones that were right by him. They're like, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. So that was on the beach.
And there's
yeah.
like photographers like on the beach when it's sunset, so you get that perfect sunset photo if you want.
Yeah, we took a lot of
Yeah.
beautiful sunset and just like took a lot of pictures
And they're all over the place too, like taking pictures when you're in the pool.
I just
and-
see them like hiding in the bushes.
I
They're
know,
like,
it's
we
like-
see everywhere. They're
just
like,
walking around taking pictures of
you want
people.
that photo? I'll sell it to you for $35. It's not very flattering. I'll sell it to you for $35. Or it's on the internet.
Reminds me of the meet and greets on Hollywood Boulevard where they're like, Spider-Man comes up and like, take a picture. All right, $50, please.
you can schedule like a private photo session to get
Yeah.
your picture taken. But I don't know how much that costs.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
We only know about that because we walked up to one and he's like,
This
are
is
you
a
here for photo
private
pass?
session.
This is a private
and
session.
we're like, "Oh, sorry."
Sure. Does somebody else pay for it?
I'll be in their picture. I don't care.
I can just see Mark just sitting in the background looking up.
Eating a hot dog.
You're on the next like Google like phone commercial where they're trying to edit them out.
They also have at the resort by the pool. They have their famous like shaved ice where you
Oh,
can get
yeah.
it like
Oh.
Mickey shaped
Okay.
shaved ice.
That was worth it.
and that was fine. It was
Nothing
really
on a
good.
hot day like snow
Yeah.
cone.
You
It's
can,
a
you
lot.
can
Or
do
shaved
ice
ice.
cream on it, or you can
Nah,
do
snow
Condensed
cone.
milk.
you can do condensed milk on it, and it's real good.
I've never done condensed milk on
It's
it.
really
it's-
good.
I should
my
do it.
wife is
It's good.
All for it.
Loves it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So are we done with the resort?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to wrap it up. I mean, like with, what things were in proximity that you guys did.
Yeah.
You know, what were the options? Like, you're at the resort now. I want to explore outside of the resort area. What are some cool things, highlights that you're like, don't do?
I think one of the biggest debates when you are going to stay at Aulani is like, do I need a rental car or do I not? I think if you just want to be in the pool, most kids will just want to go swimming. You may just want to just stay at the
5 days is a long time just to hang out at the pool.
It is.
Right.
As for adults, we would get bored. We got bored of the pool, and so we were happy we got a rental car. There's also a little like shopping area, walking distance across from Aulani,
That's right. I heard about that.
and there's a really good restaurant there.
Is it
that
like
we-
Kissimmee where they have like the wizard on top of the building trying to sell you knockoff
No.
Mickey stuff?
I think one of them's gone. I think one of the wizards are gone.
Oh no.
But
Neighborhood's really gone downhill, hasn't it? It was horrible when I lived in Florida there. Sorry, go back to
yeah.
we're back in Hawaii.
so there's a really good restaurant there that everyone talks about, and we did eat at it. It's
Oh,
called
Monkey
Monkey Pod. It's probably one of the
I
best.
thought you were gonna say monkeypox. I was like, oh, that's not. That's hard.
You're serving a monkeypox.
So monkey pods.
Monkey Pod.
A pod. Okay.
Yeah, I had like the best kale salad I ever had there.
That's not something you hear very often.
No,
So it was a kale salad, and you're like, "Bleh."
no, but it was so good. Like I
It's
still
so
think
good.
about it till this day.
Oh, that sounds great.
We had like a pork jalapeno and pineapple pizza. That
Mm-hmm.
was
Ooh.
pretty bomb too.
And then we did like garlic aioli like fries and
Ooh.
stuff. It was good.
So-
Aioli. Nice.
Good. It was really good.
It was really good. If you're going, I recommend going there. I mean, it's honestly the same price as Aulani, which is expensive. Don't get me wrong, but the food, it's farm to table basically. So
Oh, that's great.
It's all fresh food. They make all their sauces, all their dressings. So,
So
it's
even the-
super
You know,
rich.
jalapenos are native to Hawaii, right? It's like Captain Hook's French.
even the ketchup was
They
homemade.
hand make it.
They
yeah.
hand make it, yeah. So, and also like along with that little marketplace, they do have like a convenience store that's open till 11. And so if you need to get like bottles of water, or you need to get snacks, or you need to get first aid stuff, they have it there. And so that's in walking distance.
Yeah, that's all walking distance. But as far as outside the resort, one of the main things we did was the Polynesian Culture Center.
Yeah.
And
I heard
that's
it's a great show there.
it's amazing. So it's like an all day thing basically, and I would call it like Hawaii's amusement park for shows. And
It's like if you want the Hawaiian experience,
That's
this
where you
is where
go.
you want to go.
Well, not just the Hawaiian experience, but the Fiji, the Tahiti, the
Tongan.
Tongan.
So the there's different people
Polynesian.
think it's like Hawaii, but there's like, yeah, there are many different sects, and
Right.
like you would see that at the Polynesian show at the resort at Disney World. They do like, hey, this is from this island, this is from this island,
Right.
and they show the differences of it.
yeah, and it was totally worth it because you really get to learn the culture and little things, and it makes your stay at Aulani a lot better
You
because
appreciate things.
you appreciate it a lot more. You see little Easter eggs and you're like, oh, that's from that island. And you just get little tidbits, and it just makes your stay a lot worth it.
And plus, like the evening show at the end of the night is incredible. It's
Oh.
and
At the Polynesian
Culture
Cultural
Center.
Center.
yeah, and so I mean, you could sign up depending on your ticket. We signed up for like the meat dinner that went with it, and then we went and saw the show after. And there's also even in like a marketplace there with like souvenirs and stuff. And like the quality is a bit better than what we saw like in Waikiki and other touristy areas. And so, yeah, if you want to get a better understanding of the culture
Go there.
and also kind of have like an almost theme park experience, go to the Polynesian Cultural
Yeah,
Center.
because there's different activities. They give you like ink tattoos and
That explains the one on your face.
thank you. You can also learn how to weave and make a little fishy out of like
Palm leaves.
palm
I guess palm leaves, yeah.
So you ready for Survivor?
I know. There was a moment I was like, I'm ready for Survivor.
It was raining
make
the entire
fishies.
time we were there. But yeah, no, definitely recommend it. I think that
And also,
yeah.
one of the main things we loved was just driving around. The island is so beautiful, and the mountains are gorgeous.
And plus, it's just like if you're gonna drive around, you're gonna see a lot of the beaches, a lot of the coast. Mm-hmm. And like we mentioned before, we also went to Waikiki Beach,
Which that's
and-
where you go for like touristy
It
area.
seems very touristy.
It was
It's
very crowded.
Too crowded, too busy. Honestly, it was not our cup of tea. We were only there for like a couple hours and we're like, we're going back.
Yeah.
Like, this is not our enjoyment. So I think if you're looking to go to Hawaii and you don't want to stay at Aulani because it's expensive, go to other parts of the island and not Waikiki.
But you get the Disney experience,
Right.
you know, and you're away from like the
Yeah.
craziness of
For
of
sure.
Hawaii. Like,
And it's great because, like, it didn't scream Disney, but you still get the good quality service. And one thing that Mark and I discussed was the service was genuine. It wasn't like the fake Disney niceness.
have a magical day.
Like, sometimes you would get that with some cast members. We never
Hey,
experienced
I know what that means.
So
You have a magical day. No, you have a magical day.
so like we'd be dropping off or picking up our car from valet service, and they'd be like, "Oh, what are you doing today? Oh, we're going here and here." It's like, "Oh, you should check this out. Do this." Or, "Oh, that's really great. Be sure if you're going to the Polynesian Culture Center, go to all the islands and
Yeah.
go check out all these things because you're gonna have a better experience." And so, like, they were very interested in like what we were doing and what we
Yeah.
were eating and what we were just like how we were experiencing the island.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. Anything else outside of that's noteworthy outside of the Aulani that you recommend?
We did the botanical garden. There's a couple botanical gardens there. I don't remember the name of the one we went to,
Yeah.
but
It's the big one.
they had like everything was paved, and it was pouring rain the entire time we were there. But
Yeah.
we had a blast. We looked at a lot of different plants. We did a little nature hike, and ducks almost attacked us.
Did you have a Jurassic Park moment? You see like some of the scenery and you're like,
Oh,
this is where the
totally.
dinosaur pops
we
Oh,
out.
were
yeah.
thinking of your son going because we were driving and there's a part where like when we're going to the Polynesian Culture Center, you drive through a mountain.
Yeah.
Like you
Just
go
waiting
through
for
a
the
tunnel
pterodactyls flying.
and like before the tunnel there's like these big like metal like yellow like flashing signs
Oh,
and you're
right.
just like this is totally Jurassic Park theme and like it's near the filming area too.
Right.
So you totally get that vibe, and so like we're just going da 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 da, it's a lot
Or
of
you,
fun.
if you're a real big Lost fan, you're like,
Right.
oh yeah. You
Yeah.
get that feeling. All right. Any last thoughts? Like yay, nay, and going back in this experience?
We will definitely go back, I think, but not for a while.
Yeah, I think.
It's not the same urge of going back like a cruise is.
Because the
Right.
cruise will be different. You're going to a different destination,
Yeah.
a different boat.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it's just like, yeah, definitely want to go back, but it's also, it's more expensive than going on a cruise.
But you guys had different destinations you were like debating. Like, what were
Yeah,
the
we were.
destinations like? So you guys had a little like cheese that you were going to spend, a
Yeah.
little lettuce, right?
Yeah, we had
I'm hungry. I'm
we
sorry.
had-
I'm using food references.
we
for
had a
money.
we had a fun for vacation and we were trying to figure out what we wanted to use that money for vacation and we talked about a cruise or Hawaii and stuff.
Or London.
Or
London. So
London.
I mean, it gives you a choice of like what you guys were thinking when.
Yeah.
So Hawaii definitely wasn't my first choice, but it's the one I'm glad we picked because it was a whole new experience, and
and the people
was it a whole
there
new
were
world
so
for you?
nice.
yeah. What was that?
Was it a whole new world for you?
a whole new world?
I was hoping it's like, can someone please sing it? I don't want to.
But it was so great. The price to like a cruise with the amount we paid for the Aulani Resort itself were comparable. The only thing that made it more expensive was like the foods, the activities, the shopping, and
Right,
stuff like
because the
that.
food isn't included in your
Right.
booking. That was the nice thing about the cruise is like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, we get as much food as we want to, and it's all included in
But the
ticket.
food that we paid for was worth it. There was no
definitely
like
worth
food
it.
that were like, I regret this.
I was not disappointed in any of the resort food. There was only
No.
one restaurant we went to and I was disappointed, and it was off
It
property.
was off property.
And it shall be not named. It shall
I
not
don't
be
even
named.
know what the name was.
I don't remember. It was a sushi place, and
Sticky Pete's feet.
it just
It was a recommendation from the gardener.
it was was just very. It
It's
was
my
very
uncle's
boring.
place. He's just getting started. You're like, he does sushi with his feet.
Yeah.
And there's like parking lots with just food trucks that are permanently there.
Yeah.
And that's good food.
Those food trucks were really good. Oh yeah, the Honolulu Kitchen.
Oh, this is
That's
a
a-
hole in the wall place that I've came across
Yeah.
on YouTube, and it had the best. What's it called?
Manapuas.
Manapuas. It's basically a roll with like stuffing in it.
Nice.
Like a hot pocket.
It's like
It's way better.
it's a
than
Hawaiian hot pocket.
There we go.
volcano pocket.
But it was
That's
so
a Jim
good.
Gaffigan joke
Oh,
from
yeah,
like
I know.
I'd say almost 20 years
20 years
ago.
ago. Yeah.
It was so good. I mean, the area. I mean, they close at 3, and it's because of where it's located.
The area is kind of sketch.
It's not like the best area, but if you go in
Wanna
the
buy a pineapple?
Frank's over there, like, hey, you want to buy some action figures and some porn?
yeah, it's not like the greatest part of the town, but it is on the way from the airport to Aulani. So if you want to make a quick stop, pick up some.
Pick up like a dozen
Yeah, because
What are they called again?
Manapuas.
Manapuas. All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's like dessert and savory ones.
They do
and
sell
they're
their
so
stuff,
good.
but that's like their signature dish there.
It was so good.
It's really just a hole in the wall, and
They're so nice though.
they were so nice. Like the gentleman that was
He gave us free
he-
food.
He gave, yeah. He gave some recommendations like, hey, since you're new here, it's the first time you're here, try out these 2 buns. And
Yeah.
he added it
Well, that's
to
really
it, so,
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So.
yeah, I
And
definitely would have called them out.
when you go back, you're gonna be like, yeah, we're new here. Like,
He's like, no, you're not.
I remember you from 10 years ago and 6 months.
This was April of 2023. You were wearing a green shirt. The shock look on your face, like, run, Mark. We're liars to him. We gotta go.
Run.
Now you're thieves too.
Yeah, I think we got like 6 of them, and we ate them within like 2 minutes.
They were so good.
So good.
The eating habits of Jackie and Mark.
Like, just think of like an anime of them like eating like a lot. That was us in the restaurant. We're like,
It sounds like you guys had a great trip.
yes.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it was a yay.
Yes.
And you have no regrets. And like most people, when they travel far, they're like, I hope this works out. We're throwing a lot of money at it.
It was worth the money that you put into it.
I
Right.
totally agree. I mean, Aulani is expensive, but there are times where they are running promotions and deals that make it more reasonable. And I say go for it because the amenities that are included in your stay are so nice because, like, if you were to stay at a normal resort, yeah, it'd be cheaper, but, like, you have to pay for all these extra amenities and stuff, and it's all included in your resort stay. So I don't know if I could go and stay at another resort.
Yeah.
I was spoiled. It was so good.
You gotta slum it in the Airbnb.
Yeah, I gotta.
Or couch surf for a
Yeah.
while, and then then you can work yourself back into
Go back
resorts.
to Eden Rock.
Yeah.
Actually, I just saw we were looking at Disneyland hotels the other day, and like Eden Rock came up, but it's been remodeled. So Casey's like, "Oh, this one actually looks nice." You know that hotel that my family makes fun of? That's that hotel.
The one with the slimy floor.
Yeah.
Why is it something licked me? The glowing lights. Oh, they have animatronic glowing lights like the Haunted Mansion. No, those are real rats. This is not a reflection of Eden Rock now. Don't sue us, please.
Yeah.
So, well, that's going to conclude our podcast. Please follow us on our social medias. We get a benefit if you subscribe to us on Spotify.
Yes. So you don't have to
But you
listen
can
to
also
us on
but you
Just
Spotify.
subscribe to us.
But even subscribe to us on the
And listen.
platforms that you do listen. on.
Please do, and share with people. We're seeing your word spread among people.
Yes, we are seeing.
We're seeing an uptick.
We are, and we're happy, and I'm sure many of you are sharing with your friends and family, and we continue hope that you do so, and that hopefully we're doing a good enough job that we're putting out a good product that you're wanting to share.
Yeah, and if you have suggestions, let us know on our social medias or emails, matterhornoilers@gmail.com. We are always open to suggestions and ideas. And maybe one day you could be a guest appearance.
Yeah, We have that capability now.
We do.
Yeah.
We figured out how the phone works. The telephone.
So with that being said, that concludes our podcast. Auf Wiedersehen.
Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of the Matterhorn Yodelers. Please remember, before your bobsled comes to a complete stop, to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And remember...
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.